What's up? It's your boy Tarek Ali and welcome back to your boy's channel. I don't know, I always do this weird thing with my body. I don't know, that's just how you know I'm happy. But anyways, how you doing? How you feeling? I hope you're feeling good, beautiful, happy, energetic, all of those things. I'm clearly feeling that way. I don't know, I'm just really having a good day. And I'm so grateful for you guys. But anyways, today's video is an insightful yet reflective and helpful video that is also sponsored by Google. So I've been in LA for about a year now and people are always asking me how it's been, how do I like it? And honestly, the other day I was even questioning myself, why did I move here again? Like, was this a good decision? Could I be doing what I'm doing here somewhere else? I don't know, you ever just sit down and just think about those major life decisions that you've made and wondered if it was worth it? And you wonder like, did this help me or did it hurt me? I don't know. I've just been thinking about that a lot lately. So I was like, why don't I just come here and do a video about it? And honestly, just do all that reflection in a video. So that's what today's video is going to be about. And because I'm starving, you guys are going to be seeing me eat while I do it. So this can be a kind of like a mukbang situation because honestly, I am starving. We're gonna move over there and we're gonna get started. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Okay guys, so I got my food and I'm excited. I'm always excited to eat. I love to eat. I'm like starving. I have not eaten today and I'm just, the smell of this food is just making me excited. But today's food is actually vegan. I wanted to eat healthy today and that's actually one of the reasons that I'm gonna write down for one of the reasons I love LA. But I found today's food from Google Maps. This is a Black-owned vegan place called Juice Bay. Here's one of their juices. Yes. I like using Google Maps because on Google Maps you can see what businesses identify as Black-owned or woman-led. I've just really tried to make sure that I'm investing my own Black dollar back into Black people. I think a lot of people really want to support Black businesses and support specific community businesses, but they really don't know how to find them. The only way that you really know that a place is Black-owned or woman-led or something like that is if you go in and the owner tells you they're the owner, or it's like word of mouth, like, oh, you know this Black-owned or something like that. But other than that, you really don't know. But yes, I found this place on Google Maps just looking for vegan food, and then as I was scrolling, I was looking for a place that was specifically Black owned, and I found Juice Bay. They have all of these vegan meals. They're all pre-made, like it's not like a restaurant where you go there and they cook it. But honestly, I didn't care too much about it being pre-made. I was just happy that it was Black owned and that most likely there was a Black chef that made this, so most likely I'm going to enjoy it. They also have smoothies and juices, and I decided to get a good amount of them, like as you can see. I just wanted to really try a lot of the different juices and smoothies and see what it was giving so that I could frequent this place and go back and support them more. And so that's why I really like using Google Maps to find stuff, because it's extremely helpful with finding specific community restaurants, local businesses, and everything. But I got the crab cakes. This is actually the jackfruit crab cakes with sauteed house veggies. And I think it's quinoa on the bottom of this with mixed brown rice. It's good. I'm not even saying this for the video, like it's actually really good. Damn, I gotta film this video. This is really good actually. So look y'all, I thought I was gonna eat this food while I talk, but it's actually really good and I don't want it to get cold. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat it and then we gonna come back. That's what we gonna do, okay? Cause it's really good. Okay, so why did I move to LA in the first place? I knew that I wanted to move to LA ever since I graduated high school. Yes, high school, 5 years ago, because growing up, I always wanted to be an actor, I always wanted to be in entertainment. Being in LA was just like a dream that I always had growing up. And I knew that I was going to undergrad in Atlanta, and I was going to undergrad for biology. If you know me, if you're not new to me, then you know I was studying to be a dentist. And I was also considering go to med school as well. But anyways, I was working in healthcare and doing science and research full time and everything. But as I started doing YouTube over the years, I started doing really well. And because YouTube was in the creative realm and it was closer to acting and directing and all of those things that I wanted to do, I decided to do it full time, and I decided to put the healthcare on the back burner. Now look, I still love healthcare, I still love science, but I don't know, just once I realized that I could do this full time, the thing that makes me really feel fulfilled, then I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Knowing that I was gonna be doing YouTube full time and creating and being an entrepreneur full time, it's just so typical to move to LA because, well, one, the main reason I thought about it wasn't because everybody else was doing it. It was mainly because there were so many other people here that do what I do and that would understand me. I would say in Atlanta, going to school, I was usually the only YouTuber in the room. And I'm not saying that I'm the only YouTuber that was in Atlanta. There's lots of YouTubers that live in Atlanta, but I'm pretty much saying that like I just always felt like the oddball, and I never really had anybody to talk to, and I really didn't have many friends in that realm of like YouTube or even entertainment in Atlanta. And maybe that has to do with because I was in college for science and I just didn't have that many networks. But a lot of my friends already lived in LA, and so I would always visit here and have people to relate with, and every time I left I just would be alone. So I just knew that I wanted to be in a place where I could relate to the people around me, and so that's really one of the reasons I moved to LA. Not only that, but the couple of times that I did come to LA or I've gotten opportunities for things, it's always in LA. When it's a shoot, when it's a filming, when it's a company that wants to work with me or something like that, it's just always shot and done in LA. Like there was this one time I met this lady, I forgot like where I met her or where I was. I met this one lady and she was saying how she wanted me to do this photo shoot and do this shoot for some company, and it was like 5K a day. And it was a 3-day shoot. So I was like, oh my gosh, 15K, like, oh my goodness. And we were DMing, yes, we were DMing. And she was like, oh yeah, it's at blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, well, I'm in Atlanta, but you know, I could fly out tonight. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You have to be in LA for the opportunity. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And that was just one instance, but there were so many different instances where there's like, in LA, it's just very last minute. These production companies, these companies are just very last minute. And I don't know, a lot of opportunities would pass me by because I wasn't in LA. Not only that, but my friends that did live here and worked in entertainment, like there was an event every other day. Like an event of like companies hosting something or like a gala or like a mixer. I don't know, just so many opportunities for you to network and get opportunities and get just all these different opportunities. And so I just was always missing out by being in Atlanta and being in school. It'd be one thing if I was in school in LA because I could go to these things like at night or on the weekend, but because I was far away, it just wasn't possible. So with all of these things, I just was like, it's probably best if I just moved to LA, because it just seemed like at the time that that was the best thing for me to do for my career. Like this was gonna be a place that I made connections, that I got opportunities, and I made more money. It was more of a career decision to move here than it was anything else. Like, yeah, I did want to be in New York or LA for college, but the reason I went to Atlanta was because I got a full ride opportunity, and I was thinking about them student loans that I did not want to pay after college, and that's one of the main reasons I went to Atlanta. It wasn't like a thing of like, oh, I love Atlanta, boom, boom. It was like, this is where my opportunity is, the best one on the table, and I'm gonna take it. That's just how I am. So yes, that's what I was thinking before I actually got here. Like that was my mindset. This is gonna help my career. This is gonna help me make more money. This is gonna help me make connections. And so now that I came and I've been here for a year, it's interesting to now reflect on the reason I moved here is really to see if it was worth it. And of course the other things like the weather here, the beautiful scenery, the beaches, all of that was nice. I will say before moving here, that wasn't a big determining factor for me. Like, I don't know, like when I make decisions, especially this young, I'm very, because I was homeless at some points in my life, and we've talked about this, I'm just always putting my career first and my stability first before all of the wants. Because I'm like, all of the nice things that I love about LA now that I'm about to tell you was something that I found out. I mean, I knew before that they had it here, but now that I'm here, I really appreciate it. Like, for example, one of the things I love about LA and that you just saw me do was the ability to eat healthy food and it be good. I don't know, I'm from Maryland, the DMV area, DC, around DC, and like, yeah, there are healthy options, especially now with the rise in vegan restaurants and just healthy spots in general, even if it's not vegan. I feel like everywhere I go in LA, there is healthy options. I feel like back home or in other places, it's just like I would go places and I would, you know, just settle on the fries and a burger chow. I don't know, it just isn't always a healthy option. And if eating healthy isn't a big deal for you, then, you know, you may not care. But I will say you're more inclined to eat healthy and live a healthier lifestyle here in LA. Like, I don't know if y'all seen those jokes, but like, when you go to a restaurant and you ask for a straw, they look at you like, girl, oh my gosh, save the turtles. I don't know. People out here just are very, I don't know, just the city alone is very pro-environment, and that's something that I really love about LA, that it's really affected. I was already like that because I went to school for biology and I love biology and I love the earth and everything, but I would say living here has really I don't know, just inclined me to eat healthier, be cleaner, and all of those things. And I know that a lot of people have a lot of different opinions when it comes to the food in LA, but I actually really love the food here. Like, yeah, it's not like Atlanta, girl. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of different restaurant options when it comes to cuisines, ethnicities, and all of that. Honestly, in Atlanta, I did not get that much range of food. Like, girl, it was wings and more wings. And no, there was a range of food. There's good food. There's good southern food there, but I feel like in LA, there's Koreatown, there's Japanese, good sushi here, there's good Chinese here. Oh my gosh, I could not find good Chinese in Atlanta. And yeah, not every place is like magnificent and the best, and yes, it is overpriced, but I feel like just the range and the diversity in food, like in the neighborhoods, is all different. You have, I don't know, I feel like in LA, I get different things in different neighborhoods. And I love that the city has that much range. Another thing I love about LA is the nature. Like, I love the nature in LA, and I keep telling y'all this. I live in the valleys, so I'm surrounded by mountains. And if you squint, it looks like Italy. I don't know. I'm from the East Coast, so girl, we don't got much of this, girl. We just, you know, it's just trees, regular trees. But I feel like even in LA, there are so many different types of trees. There's so many different types of flowers everywhere. I don't know, it's just so beautiful to the eye. Like, the nature here is really nice. And not only that, there's so many different beaches to go to. It's so sunny. And that really helps me because honestly, this past year has been really hard on me. And with my mental health, the sun helps me a lot. Like, the sun is very healing. My favorite thing now to do when I'm feeling down or depressed is to go in nature. Be barefoot in nature and just let the sun be on me, read a book, eat some fruit. And I just can do that any day in LA. I feel like on the East Coast during the winter, you really couldn't do that. It's cloudy outside, it's gloomy. And another reason I love LA is because of the amount of entrepreneurs and artists out here. It's just, it can be two things. It can be very intimidating, but it can be also very inspiring. I don't know, just everywhere I go, someone's a creative, someone's an artist, someone's a this, someone's a that. Like, I'm not special here. Like, back in Atlanta, people would look at me with a camera like, oh my gosh, you're a YouTuber, what's your channel? Here, people see me with a camera and they just look away. Like, girl, everybody got a camera, okay? And so it can be a little intimidating, especially if you're used to being like, if you're from a small town and you're like the singer in the town, like, oh, that's that boy that can sing. You come here, you're just that boy. Like, and if you're not used to that, it can be really hard on the brain. And I think a lot of people get really caught up into the competition of it all because they see other people doing what they do, and they start feeling lower of themselves because they see so many other people doing it here, and they're like, dang, am I doing enough? Because one thing about LA, everybody's doing something. Everybody's working on something. Like, a lot of these people that are creatives that are here are transplants. And nobody moved out here to meet best friends. They didn't leave their family thousands of miles away to come out here and pick trees and you know, meet new best friends. Girl, a lot of us came out here to do art and to work and to build. And so that's why it does seem like every time you try to hang out with somebody, they'll be like, oh, I'm busy. And in LA busy, everybody's busy in LA. And I honestly used to take it to heart. I used to take it really personal. But now I just understand that, like, everybody came here for a reason and everybody came here to work, so don't be surprised that everybody is here working. And then some people are just fake and they are just saying that they're busy just because they don't want to hang out. Yeah, so that's always the case. But a lot of times, a lot of people here are really busy and are really trying to really grow and build. But yeah, I feel like LA is like the place that a lot of people come to just build. And you don't even have to be an artist. Like, it can be an entrepreneur, someone trying to start a tech company. Like, it's just so much opportunity here, and everywhere you go, you meet somebody that does this or you meet somebody that does that. I will say moving to LA has really helped me see more for myself. I don't know, living other places, I don't know, I didn't realize, but I had a cap on where my success was. I was like, oh yeah, I just want that. Or like, oh yeah, I just want that. But like, being here and meeting so many different people that go beyond and just do so much, I see so much more for myself as well. And now, this is where the part where I say, was it worth it moving here? Because honestly, coming here with the intentions of wanting to build my career and build connections, I would say LA was definitely worth it. And it wasn't at the top of my mind, but honestly, if I did not move to LA, like I have a new team now, I have a new manager, and I have a new lawyer now, an attorney, and it's like I wouldn't have had any of them if I didn't come here and meet some of the people I met that connected me with these people. I've just made so many connections in LA, and I've gotten so many opportunities being present here, and I don't feel like I would have been able to make those connections back in another city. Like, yes, I would have made connections, yes, but I feel like because it's so saturated here, everywhere you go is an opportunity. I will say LA is really expensive. Like, LA is extremely expensive. Yeah, but I will say it kind of levels out for me personally, only because with the cost of living increasing, like yes, it's completely more expensive than Atlanta was, right? But I get way more opportunities here and I make more money here, honestly. So it kind of levels itself out. And because I had a full ride in college and I knew I wanted to move here ever since my freshman year of college, I have been saving to move to LA ever since freshman year. So for 4 years, I was putting money in my savings, waiting for my move to LA. I'm a very, very, very proactive person, and I know that's not normal, but yes, I had a LA fund. But that's for me personally, and I know that is not the case for everybody. So now when I think back on it, did I make a good decision like moving to LA? I think I made a great decision moving to LA. It was very, very hard the first couple of months because I was one of those people that at first I was inspired by the many people here that are artists and entrepreneurs here. But then a little while later, you feel a lot of pressure. Because everybody here is doing something and they're working on something, you just always feel the need to be doing the same. Like even if you're not in a place where you want to make new goals or be successful per se, like you're just living and enjoying life right now, you kind of feel this pressure to always be doing something new because everybody's doing something new. And it's very easy to say before you move here, like, oh, I'm not gonna be sucked into that. That's not me, boom, boom, boom. I promise you, I was that same way. I'm very strong-minded, and I came here and I just felt like this immediate pressure to just be better, to make more money, to be more successful. I don't know, it's just, LA has this way of like really pressuring you to just be better in every way. And it took me a while to mentally deal with that. And I don't know, it took me a while to honestly be surrounded by so many people doing so much and being so successful and being secure in myself. I love the city itself, just from the nature, how big it is. There's so many different things to do, so many places to go, so many places I haven't seen, so many places to eat. I don't know, it's just a beautiful city, and every day I'm seeing something new as I drive. Like, I don't know, it's just a new experience every single day, and I'm not bored yet. And I know I've only been here for a year, but I'm not bored. But when I remind myself of why I moved here, I was successful. I came here to network, build, and to be in entertainment, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm proud of myself. I'm happy that I moved here. And I don't regret it. So that's my personal experience. If you're looking to move to LA or if you're looking to come here, it's a beautiful place. And it's a very diverse place and it's a very inspiring place. I wanna thank Google again for sponsoring this video and helping me find Juice Bay because their stuff is amazing. As y'all saw, I tore that food up and I will be going back. And I will be using Google Maps again to find more Black-owned businesses, and so should you. Even if it's Black-owned, women-led, whatever it is, Google Maps is so helpful when it comes to finding businesses specific to communities. So please check it out and please use it and support your communities that you find, that you identify with, or that you are a part, or that you just want to support. You don't even have to be a part of it to support it, okay? You don't gotta be Black to support Black-owned, period. But yes, my name is Tarek Ali. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a great day.